Hi, everyone, glad to see you again. Today I have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe online, cyber network. Before we go any further, let's be clear. This is for education only. The technology we're about to discuss is powerful and controversial. Do not attempt to use or replicate anything described here. Laws exist to protect you and your community. Think of this as a mission briefing on a tool that's changing the digital landscape. The device we'll cover is banned in many countries for good reason. In the wrong hands, it can cause real harm. My goal is to inform, not instruct. Understand the risks, respect the law, and never cross the line. Curiosity is good, but misuse is dangerous. Read to learn, not to act. Your safety and the safety of others comes first. Meet the Flipper Zero, a pocket-sized device that looks like a toy but is anything but. This unassuming gadget is packed with features that make it a powerful tool in the world of cybersecurity. It's a digital Swiss Army knife for cybersecurity pros and hobbyists alike, offering a versatile range of functions that can be both fascinating and formidable. The Flipper can read, copy and emulate radio signals, access cards and remotes. This means it can interact with a variety of electronic systems, making it incredibly useful for testing security measures. Its open-source design lets a global community expand its capabilities. Developers from around the world contribute to its software, constantly pushing the boundaries of what this device can do. The device exploded in popularity, raising millions on Kickstarter. It captured the imagination of tech enthusiasts everywhere, promising endless possibilities. But its power is a double-edged sword. While it can be used for good, it also has the potential for misuse. The same features that help security experts test systems can be abused by criminals. This duality makes it both a valuable tool and a potential threat. News stories soon showed the Flipper being used for pranks and even crimes, opening car doors, triggering charging ports, and more. These incidents highlighted the darker side of its capabilities. What started as a cool gadget quickly became a public safety concern. The line between innovation and danger became blurred. Regulators saw a tool that could bypass security everywhere. The controversy was unavoidable as discussions about its regulation intensified. The Flipper Zero became a symbol of the risks and rewards of open technology. It sparked debates about the balance between freedom and security. And the world took notice. As its story unfolded, it became clear that the Flipper Zero was more than just a gadget. It was a catalyst for change in the digital age. Why the bans? Why are governments around the world so quick to react when a new device like this appears on the market? The answer lies in a deep-rooted fear, one that goes beyond simple regulation or control. Fear of a tool that can break the systems we trust. Imagine a single device capable of bypassing the very barriers that protect our homes, offices, and even our cars. It's not just about the technology itself, but the uncertainty it brings. The Flipper Zero exposes vulnerabilities in everyday tech. Car fobs, office cards, home remotes. Devices we use without a second thought suddenly become potential entry points for digital intruders. It's a wake-up call for how fragile our security really is. Governments see it as a digital master key. In the wrong hands, it could unlock doors, both literal and metaphorical, that were never meant to be opened. Security experts warn that even a small breach can have ripple effects across entire networks. It's not just about theft, it's about the potential for mass disruption. Imagine coordinated attacks on infrastructure, or widespread outages caused by a handful of individuals exploiting these vulnerabilities. The consequences could be catastrophic. The device operates on frequencies used by critical infrastructure, communications, transportation, even emergency services. This overlap raises alarms as interference could disrupt essential services that millions rely on every day. While its range is limited, the principle is alarming. What if more powerful versions emerge? The technology is evolving rapidly, and what seems harmless today could become a major threat tomorrow. Authorities worry about a future where these tools are more accessible and more dangerous. Banning the Flipper is a preemptive move to stop a new wave of digital crime. By cutting off access early, governments hope to prevent criminals from gaining a foothold before the problem spirals out of control. Legal systems struggle to define the line between research and criminal intent. Is it a tool for learning, or a weapon for exploitation. The debate rages on, but the law often lags behind technology. Outright bans are simpler than nuanced regulation. It's easier to say no than to craft complex rules that might be exploited or misunderstood. For lawmakers, the path of least resistance is often the most appealing. Customs agencies seize devices at the border, aiming to cut off supply. By intercepting shipments and confiscating suspicious electronics, they hope to keep these tools out of circulation before they can do harm. The goal: prevent chaos before it starts. It's a race against time, as authorities work to stay one step ahead of those who would use technology for harm. For authorities, the risk outweighs the reward. Even if only a few people misuse the device, the potential damage is too great to ignore. The stakes are simply too high. Security comes first, even if it means restricting access. Sometimes, protecting the many means limiting the freedoms of a few. The message is clear: some tools are too risky for the public. In a world where technology moves faster than regulation, caution becomes the rule, not the exception. 19 countries have banned or restricted the Flipper Zero. The list includes Brazil, Canada, Germany, Australia, Japan, and more. Restrictions range from import bans to criminal penalties for possession. Customs agencies intercept shipments, treating the device as a prohibited tool. In places like Germany and Singapore, getting caught can mean heavy fines or jail. The goal is to keep the device out of public hands and prevent misuse. Governments see this as a necessary step to protect security. The bans send a strong message: this is not a toy. The world is drawing a line in the sand. The blacklist is growing. In banned countries, officials feel safer, but tech communities feel stifled. Everyday life continues, but there's a sense of security, real or not. Law enforcement has one less tool to worry about, but cybersecurity experts argue the ban blocks research and innovation. They say hiding vulnerabilities doesn't make us safer. In countries where it's legal, like the US, the flipper fuels both progress and problems. Ethical hackers use it to improve security, but criminals exploit it too. The result: a constant cat-and-mouse game between defenders and attackers. Digital vigilance is essential. The tool's availability shapes how societies approach security. The debate is far from settled. The Flipper Zero debate is a classic clash between freedom and security, a dilemma that has echoed throughout the history of technology. On one side, there's the drive for open access and personal empowerment. On the other, the urgent need to protect society from potential harm. Supporters of the Flipper Zero argue that open access to such tools is essential for driving innovation and education. They believe that when people are free to experiment, learn, and tinker, society as a whole benefits from new ideas and creative solutions. These advocates insist that banning powerful tools like the Flipper Zero unfairly punishes the majority for the misdeeds of a small minority. They see restrictions as stifling progress and limiting the potential of the next generation of inventors and problem solvers. Ethical hackers, in particular, rely on devices like the Flipper Zero to identify and fix vulnerabilities before malicious actors can exploit them. Without access to these tools, defenders are left one step behind, making everyone less safe in the long run. The open source philosophy underpins this perspective. Transparency and collaboration are believed to lead to stronger, more resilient defenses. When knowledge is shared, security can be improved for all. But opponents see the Flipper Zero in a very different light. To them, it's a tool that can easily fall into the wrong hands, a digital lockpick for the modern age, enabling criminals to bypass security systems and invade privacy. They argue that the risks to public safety are simply too great, and that the potential for abuse outweighs any educational or innovative benefits. For these critics, restricting access to devices like the Flipper Zero is a necessary precaution, much like the controls placed on weapons or hazardous chemicals. It's about minimizing danger and protecting the public. After all, most people lack the technical expertise to use such advanced tools safely or responsibly, increasing the risk of accidents or misuse. For governments and lawmakers, imposing a ban often seems like the most logical and straightforward way to safeguard society from emerging threats. Ultimately, it's a tough balance, empowering individuals to explore and innovate, while also ensuring collective protection and security. The stakes are high on both sides, and the choices we make now will shape the future of technology, privacy, and safety for years to come. The risks aren't just theory, they're real. Police report car thefts using devices like the Flipper Zero to clone key fobs. Office break-ins have occurred with cloned access cards. Companies have spent thousands upgrading security after breaches. Pranksters have disrupted businesses by hijacking digital menus and car charging ports. These acts erode trust and cause real harm. In hospitals, vulnerabilities in wireless medical devices have raised alarms. Even without malicious intent, the potential for disaster is clear. The consequences go beyond theft. They can threaten lives. Technology's impact is felt everywhere. The line between mischief and catastrophe is thin. Critics say banning the Flipper Zero misses the point. The device reveals flaws, it doesn't create them. Bans don't fix vulnerabilities, they just hide them. Ethical hackers lose a vital tool while criminals find workarounds. The ban may create a false sense of security and slow progress. Education suffers, students and researchers lose hands-on learning opportunities. The next generation of security experts is left in the dark. Personal freedom is at stake. Should you be barred from testing your own devices? Critics argue for prosecuting bad actions, not banning tools. The real solution is better security, not less knowledge. The debate is about rights, responsibility, and progress. The Flipper Zero debate is about more than a gadget. It's about the future of digital society. Laws must be respected wherever you are. If it's banned, don't buy or use it. Consequences are real. Your safety and legal standing matter more than any device. Knowledge is your best defense. Understand the risks, stay informed, protect your digital life. Use RFID blocking wallets, update security, stay alert. Responsibility is key. Technology's impact depends on its user. Developers, lawmakers, citizens, we all play a role. Let's use knowledge to build a safer world, not to harm. Always put safety first. The mission: stay smart, stay safe, and respect the law. The digital frontier demands nothing less. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I value your feedback. Cyber Network.